A long, long time ago, in a far, far away place called Blackistan, there were wars, and these conflicts were called the Blackistan Wars. And throughout these wars, there arose a man of royal lineage, and his name was BenjaminDeSouza. He brought forth a sword that will shine light in darkness, free the captive minds, and bring truth and justice. His eyes glimmered like ember. His skin was like fine burnished steel, and as he walked behind him, he left a glistening wake. This is the story of BenjaminDeSouza, the prince and the warlord. Yo, what's happening? It's BenjaminDeSouza here, the prince, back with another classic. And I would like to speak about insecure people and wrathful men. Now, this message is for the younger brothers, teens, throughout their 20s. Coming up, growing up, you're going to be stuck, relegated to the friends whom you went to middle school and high school with, and people whom you grew up with in the neighborhood and whatnot. But you need to learn that certain people are going to fall away from you as you go about your journey throughout life. And also, you need to be astute and be wise enough to discern who you need to not just allow to fall away, but get from around you. And there is a scripture in the Bible, Proverbs 22, verse 24 and 25. It goes, "Make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man thou shalt not go, lest thou learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul." Let's break that down point by point. Make no friendship with an angry man. That's pretty self-explanatory. You know, people who have tempers and whatnot, people who are quick to anger and what have you. Don't make any friendships with them. And with a furious man, thou shalt not go. So if you do have one of these friends who are hotheads in your crew, don't go out with them. Don't go to the club with them. Don't go to the bar with them. Don't go to any frat parties with this gentleman. Do not go out with him, especially if there's alcohol and other inebriating contents involved. Lest thou learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul. That's basically saying, look, you are the company who you keep. You know, you're going to start picking up traits of the people whom you associate with. If you don't smoke weed, but all of your buddies do smoke weed, eventually, playboy, you're going to start smoking weed. You know what I mean? You're going to do it at least once or whatever. And if not, if you do have the discipline and the self-control to stick to your guns and not smoke weed, it's gonna make things inconvenient for you. You know what I mean? While all the buddies, let's say you and your buddies ride to a college town an hour away and whatnot, and they all want to get blazed. They pull up to the campus and they all want to get blazed before they go in this frat party at homecoming. Well, they want to smoke in the car. You're in the car, there's 4 of y'all, and 3 of y'all smoking, you don't. You're gonna have to get out of the car, sit outside the car. Let's say it's homecoming, so it's like fall, so depending on where you at, it might be real chilly, and depending on the time of night, it might be kind of cold. So you know that's gonna inconvenience you. And then, you know, you're gonna miss out on the fellowship of actually engaging in the act of sharing a spliff with your guys. But trust me, if you don't smoke, if you never smoked, it ain't worth it. It's just a bunch of dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get burn holes in your clothes and your jeans. You know what I mean? Niggas gonna forget whose turn it is in the rotation. You're gonna have one greedy motherfucker who's gonna hog it, you know. He puff. Now he's supposed to pass, but then he say some slick shit to make everybody forget that he didn't already puff 2 times. So he get about 4 more good puffs off of it, and then you call him out on it. You like, hey, nigga, pass the blunt. Man, I just got it. Hold on. And then take 2 more puffs now. Now that really sucks if it's your sack. You know what I mean? Now this motherfucker done puffed about 8 drags off that bitch, off of your weed. And you get it, you like, damn, I could have swore this motherfucker just went around 1 time. I get it back and goddamn. But you know, it's dumb shit. It's not even worth it. But that's just and also, if you're hanging around a gentleman with a volatile temperament, those type of traits are gonna rub off on you. You're gonna feel yourself having a short temper. If you're riding with a buddy, you know, close friend of yours and whatnot, and he suffers from road rage, like he's always yelling and screaming and cussing and fussing while in transit, you're gonna find yourself, while you're driving, you're gonna find yourself getting into some road rage type of shit. You know what I mean? So you gotta watch the type of people you're around. Let's read that one more time all the way through. Make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man thou shalt not go, lest thou learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul. Quick story. And this is an example on how to identify these type of people whom you should stay away from. A quick caveat before I tell this story. 48 Laws of Power, it tells you to know who you're dealing with, right? Just to speak to the insecure man. When you're dealing with someone who is insecure, if you offend him in a way, he may not necessarily overtly go off on you at that time, but he'll start to nibble away at you. He'll start doing little incremental sneak disses and shit to chip away at your confidence and to chip away at your soul. You know what I'm saying? But also those insecure people, like if they think they're slick and you offend them in some way, so now they start sneak dissing you every chance they get. If you call him on it, if you call him out on it, he may just explode on you. You know what I mean? So it all depends on who you're dealing with. You just gotta sit back and learn how to read people. But quick story. Got a friend of mine. Well, he's not so much a friend of mine anymore. He's more of a loose associate. Anyway, about a year or so back, I started kind of noticing certain behavior traits with this particular gentleman. You know, I started making moves scholastically, you know, in school and shit, and then started making moves in my career and whatnot. And I started noticing he started saying little slick shit to me on the slide, just like sideways hating and shit. You know what I mean? And certain other things he was doing as far as it pertains to females. Well, one time in particular, we went to the strip club, right? Took me out, you know, me and the guys went out to the strip club, right? We hit the strip club. It was 2 particular strippers, sisters, both dark skinned. One was named Coco, the other one was named Lena. And we hit the door, man. These two, and I'm talking about they was built. These two bitches was bad. You hear me? I'm talking about they was all on a nigga too. I'm talking about choosing. So I get both of their numbers, right? So we leave the strip club. I'm like, yeah, man, you know, I'm about to fuck with these bitches right here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Now this is a strip club that this particular buddy of mine frequents. And he's had lap dances from these particular strippers in the past. So, you know, next day, I'm on my way home from school, right? And he calls me up like, yeah, man, hey, Ben, you know that bitch Coco, man? I'm like, yeah, what about her? I'm like, shit, nigga, I'm about to bag this bitch in about 3 weeks, nigga. Give me about 3 weeks, man. I'm about to bag this bitch. Man, I don't know if you should do that, bro. Because, man, I meant to tell you last night, but I went up there, man, like 2 weeks ago, and I got a lap dance from that bitch, man, and while she was grinding on me, man, I stuck my hand down her pants and fingered her a little bit, nigga, and then I took my hand out, and man, I smelled my hand, bro. Man, I'm telling you, bro, her pussy stink, man. You might not even want to fuck with that. Now, as you get older, if you're young, you might say, oh, man, folks looking out for me, man. Cool. But as you get older, you'll start to realize that nigga was dirty macking. You know what I mean? He was, and this is a short guy. Now, I'm not the tallest. I'm like 6 feet. You know what I mean? So bitches choose me, and I'm handsome. You know. But that's neither here nor there. But bitches choose me. So when me and this guy and a couple other buddies go out to a club or a strip club, you know, I'm gonna get, you know, a little attention from the ladies and whatnot. And he, being a shorter guy and having insecurities within his own right, might feel some type of way. That right there, that little made up story about how he fingered this bitch when she gave him a lap dance and, you know, her pussy stink. He was just trying to dirty mac me. You feel me? So he started doing like little shit like that. Right? Now one night, a few years back, me and the guys, we play PlayStation and we'll be online chatting it up in the chat room, talking shit on Call of Duty, Madden, or 2K, or whatever we playing, right? So, you know, it's a Saturday night. You know, niggas been online playing, drinking and smoking. I don't smoke, but I drink and whatnot. So we up in the chat room talking shit, you feel me? And, you know, I start getting the best of this nigga in a verbal, you know, in a roasting match, you know, or whatever, or just a shit talking match, right? So this nigga blows up. I mean, just goes nuclear. Man, nigga, you ain't out here, man. I'm telling you, nigga, pull up. I'll do that there, nigga. I'll do that to you, boy. Nigga, fuck you, nigga. Woo. All right, dude, whatever. And at the time, I kind of fell for it. And when he got hyper emotional and started levying threats and whatnot, veiled threats and actual threats and shit like that, I kind of got sucked into it like, nigga, I'll fuck you up too, you know, woo. So, you know, go to sleep, wake up the next day, the nigga called me up. Man, I'm sorry, Ben, man, that's my fault, man. Shit, you know, man, my baby mama doing this, my girlfriend doing that, you know, my boss at the job is fucking with me, and, you know, my bad, man, my bad. All right, man, you know, it's nothing. Niggas was drinking and smoking and shit and talking shit. I get it, you know what I mean? It's nothing, bruh. Woo. Time goes by. This nigga he's still nibbling at me, still taking little sideways shots and shit, still nibbling at me. Just recently, like a few weeks ago, same thing. Now this nigga's hating, taking little sideways jabs at me and shit, you know, kind of on a sneak way, talking down on the prince and what have you. And I just called a nigga out on the shit. You feel me? Called a nigga out on the shit. This nigga goes nuclear again. I'm talking about, fuck you, nigga. I hate you. This nigga, this nigga literally told me, nigga, I hate you, nigga. Man, man, I'll clap you, nigga. You know what? Matter of fact, no, nigga, this is literally what this nigga said. Nigga, I wish you get AIDS so you'll die slow, nigga. Now, granted, this is supposed to be someone within my inner circle, so I divulge personal information about myself to my inner circle, my group of friends and whatnot. This nigga started bringing up everything and throwing it right back in my face, nigga. That's why your baby mama did this, and that's why this happened, and this and that. I said, wow. I told that nigga, I said, wow, tell me how you really feel, man. Cause I was about to get sucked into that same vortex again and get on that rah-rah shit. Cause I was like, nigga, we can meet down at Authentics, nigga, and get in them gloves and I'll scuff you up. No, nigga, I'ma clap you, nigga. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So I was like, wow. And then he started just with the AIDS comment and just wishing the worst on me and shit. I was like, wow, nigga, tell me how you really feel. Then it came to me. I said, oh, this nigga's jealous. This nigga's jealous. You feel me? Now, this gentleman in particular is like 3, maybe 4 years younger than me. And I'm in my mid-30s, so he's like in his early 30s. This nigga's been with a chick, she's now in her late 30s. She's like 10 years older than this nigga. She's damn near 40. So this nigga's been with this bitch since he was 20 and she was 30. And this bitch had 2 kids. Both of her sons are like damn near graduated and grown now. So this nigga has played stepdaddy for a ran-through. This nigga retired a ran-through at the age of 20. He sold his masculinity at a discount. And he's stuck in a situation where he has to go to work, pay bills to take care of this bitch, while I'm out here conquering. I'm on my conquest, doing my thing. You know what I mean? So the niggas feeling some type of way about my life. So I said, wow, so that's how it is. You know what I mean? The nigga just blew up out of nowhere, man. And then the next day, he called me up. I didn't answer this time. I said, you know what? I'm gonna stop fucking with this nigga, you know? And like my favorite rapper, Lloyd Banks, always once said, if I ain't got no rap, you know, if I ain't got no rap when I see you, why use the telephone? Nigga, if I ain't got shit to say to you when we meet, nigga, don't call me. Don't call me. I ain't got no words for you, bruh. Because I know that nigga's going to be on the same shit. Man, my bad, man. You know, I was drinking that night. Nah, nigga, I ain't trying to hear that shit, bruh. I ain't trying to hear that shit. You got an explosive temper. And you not about to get me caught up in some shit. No, sir, not at all. You know? So fellas, man, be leery of the company that you keep. You know, you don't wanna be friends with a hothead. Because yeah, it may be cool to be friends with a hothead when y'all go out, because you know he gonna be about that shit. So if y'all get into some shit, he gonna jump into the fray. But at the same time, when his ire gets aimed at you, then you know, you might have some trouble. So, yeah, man, be vigilant, man. Examine and scrutinize the company that you keep. That's all I got. Get up on that.